Why do you feel guilty when you rest? When was the last time you did absolutely nothing and felt completely fine about it? Not scrolling, not listening to a podcast, not watching something while answering messages, not doing something that looks like rest but is really just a quieter form of staying busy. Actually nothing, lying somewhere, looking out a window, letting your mind move without directing it, no output, no progress, no explanation for how the time is being spent. For many people, the answer is difficult to remember, and that is not a personal failure. It is a symptom of something that changed our relationship with rest so gradually that most of us never noticed. We learned to treat rest as suspicious, something to justify, something to postpone, something we are allowed to have only after we have done enough. The problem is that enough keeps moving. There is always another message, another task, another room, another goal. So even when the body stops, the mind keeps standing over it, asking why it is not doing more. And that pressure is costing us far more than simple tiredness. For most of human history, rest was not a luxury. It was part of the natural rhythm of life, effort followed by stillness, activity followed by pause, attention followed by time in which nothing was required. The body and mind were never designed for endless output. But modern life introduced a different idea, that time has value only when it produces something. The Industrial Revolution turned hours into economic units. Time could be sold, tracked, and optimized. Productive hours had visible value. Idle hours appeared empty. Over time, the logic of factories and timesheets moved beyond the workplace. It entered schools, homes, and identities. A busy person became a serious person. A productive person became a valuable person, and a person who rested became someone who needed to explain themselves. You probably never chose this belief. You inherited it. This belief has settled deep within you, from school, where your worth was reflected in what you completed, from work, where your contribution is measured by what you deliver. From a culture that admires exhaustion and treats an empty afternoon as suspicious. That is why the guilt can appear before rest has even begun. You lie on the couch on a Sunday afternoon, and within minutes, a quiet pressure arrives. You should be doing something. Time is passing. Other people are probably being productive right now. You are falling behind. The feeling is rarely dramatic. It simply stays in the background, making rest feel temporary, undeserved, and slightly dangerous, as though each quiet minute is evidence that you are becoming less disciplined, ambitious, or less deserving of success. But here is what that guilt misunderstands. The brain does not function through continuous effort. It works in cycles. Focus must be followed by genuine mental rest, because rest is when a different kind of activity begins. During rest, the brain processes what it has experienced. It organizes memories, integrates emotions, connects ideas, and notices patterns concentration was too narrow to see. The insight that appears in the shower, the solution that comes during a slow walk, the clarity that arrives after sleeping on a problem. These moments are not accidents. They happen because the mind has finally been given space to work naturally. Without that space, judgment becomes weaker. Creativity narrows, anxiety rises. Even the work you are trying so hard to protect begins to suffer. The guilt that prevents you from resting is not preserving your productivity. It is slowly damaging it. But the discomfort of rest goes deeper than productivity. Because when you are busy, you know who you are. You have a role, a function, a reason for your time. You are answering emails, finishing projects, helping others, and moving toward a goal. Busyness gives you a clear answer to the question modern life keeps asking, what are you doing? Because modern life treats doing as proof of worth, Busyness can feel like proof that you matter. It tells you that you are useful, needed, and going somewhere. Rest removes that evidence. When the tasks stop, the roles become quiet, and what remains is simply you. Not the productive version, not the useful version, not the version with something to show for the day. Just you, present, still, not producing and not improving, not moving toward anything. For many people, this is the most uncomfortable part of rest. Not inactivity itself, but the identity that disappears with it. If you have spent years measuring your worth through achievement, stillness can feel like losing your shape. Without the next task, you may not know what to hold on to. That is why some people fill every silent moment. They reach for a phone, turn on a show, start cleaning, or create another goal. Anything to avoid the strange vulnerability of existing without performing. But there is a self underneath the productivity, a person underneath the output, someone whose value does not disappear when nothing is being completed, someone who does not have to earn the right to take up space. The guilt you feel when you rest is often the sound of an inherited belief system protecting itself. It tells you that stopping means falling behind, that stillness is laziness, that a quiet afternoon is a risk you cannot afford. But rest is not a luxury. It is not a reward for finishing everything, because everything will never be finished. There will always be something else that could be done. And if you wait until nothing remains before allowing yourself to stop, you will spend your life moving toward a rest that never arrives. A person who never stops is not necessarily more disciplined or more meaningful. Sometimes they have simply confused motion with purpose. The version of you lying on the couch doing nothing measurable is not failing. You are not wasting time. You are not becoming less valuable. You are allowing your nervous system to settle. You are giving your mind room to process. You are remembering that you exist even when you are not performing a role. Rest does not need to be earned. It does not need an explanation. It does not need to be productive in disguise. You do not have to turn it into recovery for more work or preparation for tomorrow. Sometimes rest can simply be rest, without apology, without justification, without waiting until you have done enough. Because your right to pause was never something productivity gave you, and it is not something productivity can take away. If this made you think about the last time you tried to rest but could not escape the guilt, liking this video tells us to keep making conversations like this. So when you finally stop being busy, what feeling arrives first? And what do you think it has been trying to tell you? Until next time, keep shifting your perspective. Subscribe for more mind shift.